You just want to introduce yourself so we know your name, where you are, who you're with,
Okay.
beautiful wife.
Just first names,
Let it out.
right? Just first names.
Just what?
First names only.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Of course. This is not going to be in there. This is just to get us rolling.
Right. My name is Tom, and I have a forever smile. All right. Great experience. I've been going to Dr. Vibert for about 15 years. We started off in Wading River and eventually ended up in Manaville. Couple years back, I knew I was having a lot of trouble with my teeth for various reasons. They were falling apart, they were cracking. Dr. Vibert did a fantastic job keeping my mouth afloat, all right, with the old teeth. But I knew eventually from what he said and everything that this was not going to go on forever. So he told me about the procedure for the Forever Smile, all right, what it entails and everything. We talked it over, myself and Regina, and we decided it was time to have a new mouth put in. So it was started last March, all right. They pulled both my upper and lower at that time. And I got my permanent teeth in September. Okay. Dr. Vibert is a perfectionist. I kept going back with the temporary implants. He'd look at it. Nope, this is not what I want. Back to the drawing board. That went on for about 2 or 3 different implants because he wanted it perfect, which to me is great, you know? You don't want someone that's going to say, oh, okay, this works, let it go. That's not Dr. Vibert, okay? His staff, the people up at Hop Hog, put you so at ease when you went in there. Most people have problems, fearful of dentists and the work, but everybody was wonderful. Everybody was professional. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. I felt very comfortable up there. And, here I am, all right, in January with my Forever Smile, which I love, all right? So that's basically the history of my smile.
That's it in a nutshell. You wrapped it all up for me. Thank you. That is real funny. Okay, excellent. Thank you for that. I'm just going to backtrack a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, so you had been going and kind of maintaining your mouth. And then once it got to a point where you knew that it was just going to keep on going like this, right? That was the future. Did they talk to you about dentures? Was that a possibility? Dentures?
No, they didn't talk about dentures. As I was saying, your teeth reach a point where it's like a road. They come by with the filling, they put it in, and then about a year later, they're back doing it again and again. So I came to the realization with what was left with my teeth that was not going to be an option. That when he explained to me about the Forever Smile, Regina and I talked it over, and we said, this is the way you want to go, all right? I'm 80 years old, all right? So it was time. I don't want to be, going back, having this done to my mouth, having that. It was one and done, and to me, that was great.
One and done. That's the best part, is that you're not going to have to be going back anymore, and absolutely.
No, not worried about fillings. As I said to you, I am a smoker. For those that are smoking, stop, because eventually your teeth are going to pay the price.
Okay, you look at me. Okay, let me just go back. So what was the worst part of, besides having to go to the dentist all the time, what else contributed to in your life? Was it you were self-conscious, or was it eating, or was it smiling? Like, what
Well,
bothered
I
you
had
more?
some caps and different things, and it kept falling out. Sometimes I looked like toothless. And I said, I can't live with this. It's time to get a permanent solution. And the way, like I said, Dr. Vibert explained to me step by step everything that was going to happen and go by. And I completely trust this man. All right. After going to him for a long period of time, I have complete faith in his opinion and what he says. And so I think there's Regina. All right. This is the man that you want to take care of your mouth. Nobody else. And that's him.
That's him. We see that smile. There we
Right? But yeah,
Okay. I was going to ask you, was eating a problem for you?
eating was a problem in the sense that I would chew on certain foods, and the next thing I know, there'd be a tooth in with the food. All right. So I said, this has got to stop. You can't, you just reach a point where you know that I'm not going to spend the next couple of years at the dentist office. I want this fixed and done.
I love my dentist, but I don't need to see him.
Right.
So you couldn't eat the foods that you like, right?
I was having trouble with a lot of hard foods. You just can't, teeth can't take it anymore.
Right. So you had to eat soft foods.
Yeah. So it was time.
And how about, were you self-conscious about your smile? Did you put your hand over your mouth?
I was self conscious when a tooth would fall out and it's visible, and you're walking around. That I was self conscious about.
Right.
So I wanted something permanent, something that looks great, which it does, and feels very comfortable. And this is my forever smile.
Nice. I was going to ask you about that. It feels comfortable to you, like your speech and everything like that.
Oh yes, perfect fit. It's a perfect fit. It took a couple times because, like I said, he's such a perfectionist, which I love, that he kept sending it back, saying it's not exactly the way it should be. Until finally, in September, we got the finished product, and boom,
You have your forever.
I have my forever smile.
Okay, so you made the decision, or you knew it was time. You just knew, and once you heard about the procedure, did you know about this type of procedure?
No, I never heard of it before. The procedure, how it was done. You hear different commercials from different people, but I really didn't know. But he explained everything down to a T, exactly how this thing was going to work. And that's exactly how it worked.
That's important. It's exactly how it went,
Yes.
because people are afraid of the unknown.
Yes. Yeah.
Understandably, somebody tells me it's going to be like this, but then when it ends up being like that, there's the confidence.
In my course of going to him over the years, everything he told me, said was going to be done, was done that way. So as I said, I have complete faith and trust in Dr. Vibert.
Okay, so it was definitely the decision you needed to go through with this. Did it occur to you, okay, now that you know about the procedure, should I go check this out at any other place for cost, this or that?
No, no. It was
No.
Dr. Vibert or nobody.
Let's say that again.
It was Dr. Vibert or nobody. After going to him for 15 years and everything that he ever told me what was going to happen with my mouth over that course and period of time happened. So I did not look for anybody else. When it had to be done, it was him or nobody.
Right. No wonder he loves you, Dr. Vibert. Okay, well, that's amazing. So now we got past that. Okay, so now you're set up for your surgery. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Were you nervous, concerned? What went through your mind?
Well, you're always a little nervous. But when I got there and spoke to his staff, and I spoke to him, I started to really completely at ease. And they knocked me out. I woke up with a new set of teeth. Not my permanent yet, but a new set of teeth. And it really took place. It was great. I shouldn't say great. Going to a dentist, most people won't say it's great. But it was good in the sense that everything went according to the way it should have.
So tell me how it was all in one shot. You went in, you went to sleep, and you woke up. I know you said this a minute ago. You woke up really with permanent, even though it wasn't the permanent.
Right.
You woke up with permanent teeth in your mouth that didn't come out.
And what was amazing, no pain.
I was gonna ask my next
No pain whatsoever. We came home. I didn't have to take really any medications or anything. No pain, which surprised me because I figured, all your teeth coming out at once. You get home, you're going to be in discomfort and pain. I did not experience that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I was truly shocked that I was not in any pain.
Because I'm sure you've had more pain coming home from maybe a different procedure or something more pain than this, and you would think, right, it's taking out all my teeth.
Yeah, you figure, your teeth are coming out, you're going to be sore for a while and everything. But I did not experience, and I mean that, I did not experience any pain.
That's fantastic.
It was, I was truly, truly pleased.
Did you have any swelling or bruising?
Yes, I had swelling and bruising. That did take a little while to come down, but nothing I couldn't live with.
And you had to eat the soft foods that you were used
Yes, you eat soft foods for a period of time, no bagels, all right, nothing really hard. But eventually, you could eat more solid foods, except for bagels. And, what can I say?
Yeah, that's
Everything went the way it should have.
What did you so when you went to Hot Pot, was that your first time there?
Yeah, for the surgery, first time I went to Hop Hog.
Did you get to see the dental lab in the back or the technology? What did you think about?
The facility is unbelievable. And like I say, the people that work there were great. They come in, even the anesthesiologist, she comes in, she explains exactly what's going to happen, how it was done. I felt completely relaxed. I really did.
Did you see so you didn't see the dental lab or know that the dental lab
No.
was right there, and that's how
I did
were-
not get in to see that. All right.
Well, maybe when you go back for a cleaning or something, you
Yeah.
can, take a look, because it's pretty impressive how they are able to get those teeth in your mouth at the end of that surgery. Is because of the technology and the dental lab.
Yes.
It's right there
Yes.
on premises.
Yes.
Nobody else really can do that.
No.
They don't have the capabilities.
Yeah, I mean, to have all your teeth pulled and walk out with a new set of teeth, amazing. In one day, in less than 1 day.
4 hours.
Yeah, just about 4 hours. And
Well, that's why we have 4 Hour Smile. We have 4
Right.
implants and 4 hours,
yeah,
and you walk out with a permanent smile,
yeah.
which is
If you want a permanent smile, go see Dr. Viber. He will be great for you.
we do have other doctors,
Yes, all right. But I mainly, when I go see Dr. Viber.
Of course.
I ask for him.
He's your go-to man.
Yes, he is. We've been going to him, like I said, for 15 years. And he knows Regina and I. I know about his family, his children. He always updates me on what grade they're in, how they're doing. My guys are a little lower. They don't need an update. But he's a great man and a fantastic dentist.
What did someone call him on our last interview? They called him a scientist.
Yeah, I when I went to him when he was in Wading River, and that particular time I saw Dr. Fox because Dr. Vibert wasn't in, and he looked at it and he says, "Well, I don't think we can really do this and everything." He says, "Let me have Dr. Fox look at Dr. Vibert look at it." He comes in, he says, "No, I can do this," and he did it. Preserved the teeth that I thought it was going to lose.
Wait, and Dr. Fox said we couldn't do this?
Yeah, Dr. Cox said, "Oh, I don't think we can do this. I don't think we can, do this type of procedure." Dr. Vibert comes in, looks at it, he says, "No, we can do this." And he did it. Hello?
Well, that's what a lot of people think. Like if everybody, because all the other dentists that don't have that capability will say it can't be done because they can't do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it can't be done. It means they can't do it. So
if you get the right dentist, which Dr. Vibert is, he'll do it for you.
Right. Amazing. Okay. What do we need to talk about? So we talked about recovery, right?
Yeah, recovery. Like I said, my face looked a little beat up for a while. That's because you're having all these teeth pulled at once. Hello, but what amazed me was the fact that when I left his office, I was not in any pain, and I didn't experience any pain. Now I know it's different from everybody.
Yeah.
I can't. But for me, no pain. No pain.
Yeah. Were you afraid? Were you fearful?
No, I wasn't really fearful. I trust the man. When he tells me this is what's going to happen and this is this, I believe him.
I mean, there's a little fear going into some surgery. But,
Yeah, that
but
part.
when you have confidence in the people that are working
Exactly. When you have confidence in the staff and the doctor and the dentist that are going to do the work, you feel much more comfortable.
Do you wish you had done this sooner?
Pardon me?
Do you wish you had done this sooner? Do you wish you knew?
Probably. I wish I knew about it sooner, sure. But I didn't. And,
Right.
but it's over and done. And like I said, no more cavities.
No more trips to the dentist except for the cleaning.
Well, except for the cleaning, right.
Are you using your water pick?
I use my water pick. And every morning I make sure I use the water pick, clean my teeth, do what I have to do to keep them with the forever smile.
I just want to backtrack a little. And
Sure.
Can you tell me, I know you touched on it, the history of your teeth and what do you think attributed to them failing? Was it genetics? Was it
Well, I think the main reason is smoking.
I'm sorry, can you just say it again? The main reason?
The main reason, smoking. I started smoking when I was 14 years old. I'm now 80. So over the course of those 50 or 60 years, it deteriorates teeth. Plus, not eating healthy all the time didn't help. I got a sweet tooth, and boy, do I take advantage of it. And that doesn't help either when you don't eat healthy foods. Yeah. So stop smoking and eat the right food and do what you're supposed to do with your teeth, and you'll be really better off.
A lot of people can eat healthy food if their teeth are not stable. They can't eat crunchy vegetables and things like that. So that becomes an issue once your teeth.
Yes, definitely. Once your teeth start, deteriorating, that becomes a big issue.
For your gut health.
Yes. Yeah. So,
And also, did you know that your teeth really are connected to the rest of your body, and if there's disease and stuff, the risk of heart issues, and were you aware of that? Or?
No, I wasn't. I was not aware of that, but I did become aware of it.
Tell me what you became aware of, because a lot of people do not believe their teeth are a separate entity, when really they're a gateway to the rest of your body.
Well, when I visited my cardiologist, I had surgery about 4 months ago. All right, I needed stents and some abdominal repair here. And when you speak to the cardiologist, the surgeon, they do mention about how your whole body's connected.
They mention about your teeth.
Your teeth also. How your mouth is connected to your neck, your heel bone's connected. But they do mention that you have to take care of your whole body, which includes your mouth. A lot of people don't understand that.
No.
But it is connected. Everything's connected.
I mean, we've had patients where have been like sickly for years, just sickly with perio disease, but the whole body feels sickly. And after they have this done and all the infections are cleared up, feel healthy person.
Well, a lot of people, there's a fear of doctors and there's a fear of dentists. All right. But when you get the right dentist,
So that's
world
the
of
trick.
difference. Get the right dentist. Dr. Vibert is the right dentist. And I love my first smile.
Okay. One of my final questions is, and you're doing great, by the way, really.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. A lot of people are afraid of this procedure. A lot of people have many reasons why they are on the fence about going through with this. And that is one of the reasons we do these videos, is because people who are thinking about it can go on and see real people, not just doctors talk about it, but real people with all different experiences. And someone might say, well, that was my experience and they got over that fear and look, now they're this beautiful smile. So what would you tell somebody who's looking at this, who's on the fence and either afraid to do it or financing or any other kind of fear? What would you tell somebody being on the other side now?
Get off the fence. All right. That's the first thing. Go see Dr. Vibert. Go see Pure Dental. They will explain to you exactly what's going to be done, how it's going to be done, and they also explain to you the cost, which, could be a factor with some people. But fortunately, everything fit for me. So, sooner or later, if your mouth is falling apart, you're going to have to do something about it. And sooner rather than later is better. I wish I would have done it earlier had I had known about it. But I didn't. But when I found out about it and I knew the condition of my mouth and I knew the man that I was putting my hands in, all right, was going to take care of me, all right, it was time to have it done. So get off the fence.
And do it. Get off the fence and do it. That's amazing. Thank you. That's really great. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about your 2 items over there.
Oh.
Because we're going to, film you with them later. So we want some kind of reference as to what we're looking at. So tell me about the ball, first of all.
The ball, like I said, I bought it in Beverly Hills in, I'd say, about 1995. We went to a wedding, all right? My son's best friend was getting married. He was getting married to a girl named Melissa Crow. Her father was a professional football player, okay? She was also, at that time, personal assistant to Madonna. So we went out to the wedding. Madonna was there. Rosie O'Donnell was there. We had a great time. And my wife was going to kill me because I spent $500 on a baseball. But as I said, over the year, unfortunately, as some of these players have passed on, the price of the ball keeps going up.
Tell me about the ball exactly. What's on the ball?
There are 11 signatures on the baseball, all right? And they were all, how should I put, pre-steroid type people. Mano Williams, Reggie Jackson, Harmon Culbrew, Ernie Banks, Willie McCovey. I'm trying to think of the other names. Mike Schmidt, all right? All on the ball, on one ball.
And you just had to have it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you got to be careful today because with sports memorabilia, a lot of forgery. So make sure whenever you buy something, whatever it is in sports, that you get proof that these are legitimate items. You can go online, eBay, Amazon, and you can see, people selling these type of items.
Sure.
But you got to make sure when you get the item that you get proof that it's legitimate signature.
Right.
Okay, so everything that I have gotten over the years, I made sure I had, backup proof that this is legitimate signature.
Right. Awesome. And it stays in the vault, or you take it out to look at it?
I know. I keep it in the strong box, all right? The problem I have is I have 2 sons and 4 grandchildren, but 1 ball. Regina says, who are you going to leave the ball to? I said, that's not going to be my problem. Whoever gets to the strong box first gets the ball. Because both boys' names are on the strong box. So I said, whoever can get out here, get up there, get the ball, it's theirs.
Could be running.
But over the years, I collected a lot of sports memorabilia. Most of it is in my basement. Autographed baseball cards, sets of baseball cards, a lot of stuff. But again, not my problem. Said it's going to be their problem. She says, you should make a list up on who you want to leave things to. No, not going to happen. They'll come out and they will fight over it, and whoever gets.
And you won't know about it.
And you never know.
This is true.
My father was, loved to play the ponies. All right? And I said to Regina one day, I said, I'm waiting for Pop to come back and tell me who's going to win the 6th race at Belmont tomorrow. And I'll bet the farm on it. But he hasn't done it. He was a Port Authority policeman.
Oh, boy.
Worked most of his career at JFK.
Wow.
Okay. When it opened up in, I believe, 1948 or 7, it was called Idlewild.
Called what?
Idlewild, the airport. Before it didn't become JFK until about the 60s. From about 48 to that period of time, it was Idlewild Airport.
Wow.
I have a picture of him with Fidel Castro. Back in the early 60s, Castro came in. He wanted to speak to the UN. All right? He was staying at, I don't know if you remember, probably not, you're too young. He was staying at a hotel somewhere up in Harlem. But he came into Kennedy. And from the time he got off the plane to the time he exited the airport, his security was the responsibility of the Port Authority Police. Right. He was in a car. He was told by his boss, under no circumstances was Castro to be allowed out of the car. So he's coming along at a slow pace. There are a lot of demonstrators against the war, pro and con. He's sitting in the back seat. He opens the door to get out. My father slams the door on him and tells him, no, you're not allowed out. And he's screaming from the seat at my father. But he was not able to get out of the car, and eventually they got to the end of the airport on Van Wyck. They turned it over. But he did complain about that incident at the UN. Police brutality, he said. But I have a picture made the front page in the Daily News of my father slamming the door. I'll show it to you.
That's
one more
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good bit of history.
Yeah, he met a lot. I met Marilyn Monroe.
Ah.
I used to work out for the Port Authority during the summers when I was going to college. Mm-hmm. And one particular day, this particular summer, I was assigned to the gardening crew. Took care of all the flowers, and I'm working in what they call the IAB. It's the International Arrival Building, and I'm watering plants. My father comes by, and he says to me, he never dressed in uniform. He was always in plain clothes. He was the second in command at that time out at Kennedy for the Port Authority Police. He says, go up to the VIP room and water the flowers. So I said to him, Pop, I already did that. So he says to me, do what I told you. I had all the keys. So I go up to the room, I open the door, and I walk in. There's a hallway, and it goes into a big room. Who's sitting on the couch but Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller? They had just gotten married in California, and they were flying. They flew into Kennedy. They had to change planes because they were going to Europe. I stood there with my mouth open. The most beautiful woman I ever saw in my life. I didn't say a word to her. I just looked at her. I smiled. I watered a plant. I turned around and left. But in the same room with Marilyn Monroe. Wow. And I have a picture of him.
Oh, you do?
With Marilyn Monroe, my father.
Amazing. That's a great, great story.
Yeah. A lot of stories.
She was beautiful, huh?
Oh. you know,
say
I'm
she
like
had
20 years old and I'm looking at the most gorgeous woman that I've ever seen in my life. My wife excluded.
Oh, that was good. That was good. I just want to ask you quick about the
Sure.
boxing glove, because if we show you handling it or whatever, we just want to get a quick background. Tell me about the boxing glove.
The boxing glove was given to me, all right, by my youngest son, Patrick, years ago, all right, as a birthday gift. He had gotten it, bought it, all right, and he gave it to me as a birthday gift, along with proof that it's a legitimate glove.
And what does it say on it?
It says on it, Muhammad Ali, A.K. Cassius Clay. And he did not sign Cassius Clay a lot, especially both names on the same glove. And I have all the certificates to prove that it's legitimate signature.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I walked right by Muhammad Ali once.
Oh, you did?
I was working for Shell Oil Company in the city, all right? We were working at the Time Life building, all right, 6th Avenue and 50th Street. And I was a supervisor. And to know the procedure at that time they called it data processing. Now they call it IT, all right? You had to work all 3 shifts to know what went on each shift. And I was working the midnight shift, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, I said myself and another guy, let's go out and grab something to eat. And we went out, and there's a bar on 51st Street between 6th Avenue and 7th Avenue, all right, that we went in to eat. And as I'm walking in, Muhammad Ali is walking out, passed right by me. I never realized what a big man
I was
he
just going to
was
say, big dude.
until you are actually standing next to him like.
Wow.
But that was never introduced myself, but walked right by him.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow, you have some great stories there.
Yeah.
You've been around a bit.
And I met Richard Burton on a train once.
Oh,
All right. I was working at that time.
where was Elizabeth?
Well, I was coming home from a conference uptown, coming back to Home Insurance Company, 59 Maiden Lane. And I get on the subway. All right. I was on the subway. This gentleman gets on the subway at about 42nd Street, and he sits across from me. And I'm sitting there looking, and I'm saying to myself, that's Richard Burton. But I didn't want to be a fool or do anything stupid. So I waited till we got to downtown, to Fulton Street, and that was the stop I was getting off at. And I got up, and as I'm getting up, I leaned over and I said to him, Richard Burton, right? And he looks at me and he says in that Welsh accent, yes. And I got off the train. But it was Richard Burton.
Perfect. Well, that's amazing. All right. Well, I so want to thank you so much. And that was great. You did so great telling me. I mean, I really got it. Dr. Barber. I'd go to Dr. Barber if I didn't know who he was after that.
Yes, you should. You should definitely go in him. You don't know the man, learn and get to know him. Because he's a fantastic dentist.
And what did he give you? What did he give you? What did Dr. Barber
Oh, what did he give me? He gave me my forever smile.
All right. There we go.